Hello, my dear students. Welcome to our English program intended for grade 12. Today, we're going to study Unit 12. We will try to understand the meanings of new words presented in Unit 12. We will also try to focus on how to answer some vocabulary exercises. We will be back right after the break. Welcome back, my dear students. As I explained before, today we're going to study Unit 12. We're going to understand the meanings of each word presented in Unit 12. Before we start talking about the new vocabulary items, it's important to know what the whole unit is talking about. As you know, the whole unit is talking about prodigies and geniuses. So we will try to understand the main ideas first, and then we will move on to the vocabulary items. I want you to focus on the following exercise and try to share me the ideas. Now let's see. Look at the following pictures carefully and then describe them. So we will go to read and we're going to focus on each picture and try to understand the picture carefully. Okay, now the first picture, as you see, is a picture of a little child. Now look at his face and look what is behind him. As you see, this child has written something on the board. He is holding a marker. He has written some important equations. It can be mathematical or something related to scientific theories. Now, is it common and is it really well known that the children at this age can draw and write about mathematics or chemistry or any scientific subjects? Of course not. Why? Because this child can be described as someone who has special skills or special abilities, and we can say that he is a child prodigy. Now let's move to another one. Again, this is the picture of a little child. As you know, in this age, normally children like to play and have fun. But this child is very special. He is interested in playing music, which requires skills and talent. Therefore, we can see that he is good at playing the piano. Now, this child can be also described as a child prodigy. Let's see another example. Yes, the girl here is not really an adult. She's still a child. Now, behind her, she has written some mathematical equations and mathematical problems. She is thinking about how to solve them. As you know, children at this age do not do this. But here we have a special kind of children. The child here is a child prodigy who has skills, abilities, and they are very special. One last picture. Okay, this picture is quite clear. We can see a picture of a child. And what is really strange here is that we can see a child who is explaining some geometry or geometrical exercises to adults and young people. Is it normal? Is it common to see something like that? Of course not, because normally children at this age do not do that. But because this child is very talented and has special skills and abilities, we say that he is a child prodigy. Okay, now we have presented the meaning of a child prodigy or being a genius as someone who has special abilities and skills. Let's have a look at the vocabulary items that we are going to use in our lessons or in our unit. Okay, active words, let's see. Okay, the first word is prodigy. Prodigy. Prodigy is a noun. Now, if you look at the picture, you can understand. This is a picture of a little kid or a little child. Behind him, what we can describe as mathematical or scientific equations. Now this child, as you see, is described as a child prodigy, or we can say he is a prodigy. So what does a prodigy mean? It means that someone who has abilities and skills, very special abilities and skills. Let's see the definition and then we shall read a sentence. A person, especially a young one, with exceptional abilities. The example, the 16-year-old tennis prodigy is the youngest player ever to reach the Olympic finals. Okay, this is for prodigy. Let's move to see another word. The other word here is virtuoso. Virtuoso. Virtuoso is also a noun. Now the picture can tell you something. He is someone who has skills and he is very skillful when playing music. That's why we say that this person can be described, or we can call him a virtuoso. So it refers to someone who has abilities or skills in music or any other pursuit. Now let's see the definition and then we move to the example. A person highly skilled in music or another artistic pursuit. My brother is a wonderful virtuoso on the piano. Okay, let's move to another word. This one is also a kind of an easy one. Digit. Digit. Digit is a noun. Now the picture can automatically tell you the meaning. Now how many digits can we see? We can see many digits. So a digit refers to a number. So when I say a digit, I mean a number or something that's related to mathematical figures. Let's see. Number such as 1, 2, 3, etc. The number of 3, 4, 5 contains 3 digits. Okay, let's find or let's see another word. Unprecedented. Unprecedented. Unprecedented, as you see, it is an adjective. And normally when we say an adjective, we understand that an adjective always describes a noun. But what is the meaning of the word unprecedented? Now, if you look at the picture, you can find that a huge part of ice melts, and it's a very big one. It didn't happen before. When something happened and it didn't happen before, we can describe it as unprecedented. So what is the meaning of the word unprecedented? Now let's see, it's something that haven't or didn't happen before. Let's see. Never having happened before. This century has witnessed unprecedented environmental destruction. Okay, let's move to see another word. PhD. PhD. Now PhD here is a noun. And if you look, you will find that we have letters. That's what we call abbreviations. Abbreviations, or in abbreviation forms, we use letters to refer to words. And the picture can also tell us that we are talking about a university degree. So it is someone who gets the highest college degree or university degree, like doctors in college. So how do we define it? Doctor of Philosophy, the highest college or university degree. John has a PhD in Italian literature. All right, let's have another word. Repudiated. Repudiated. Repudiate is a verb. Now, when we say a verb, it means it's an action that is done by a subject or by a noun. Now, the picture can tell you something. Now, we can see someone who is thinking about something, but he cannot accept it. He refuses it. So, we say that someone repudiates. It means he refused or he didn't or doesn't accept something. So what does the word repudiate mean? to refuse to accept or be associated with. The suspect repudiated the charge that he had tried to deceive the jury. Okay, let's move to another word. Genetics. Genetics. Genetics is a noun. Now, the picture can tell us something. As you see, especially those students who are interested in science can easily understand the meaning. Now, what is this picture about? It's about DNA. As you see, all human beings have DNA and RNA. And these DNA, both DNA and RNA, carry the characteristics of parents and they pass on to their children. So genetics is a study that helps us to understand how characteristics move from parents to children. Now let's see the definition. The study of heredity and inherited characteristics. Genetics helps to understand how the qualities of parents are given to their children. Let's move to another word. Forum. Forum. Now the word forum is a noun. Now the picture, or in the picture, you can see not only one person, but you can see many people. They are talking, discussing, and they are exchanging their opinions and their views. So when I say a forum, it means I'm referring to a meeting or even a place where people can exchange their opinions and discuss important issues. Now let's see. A meeting or a place where ideas and views about issues are discussed. I attended a forum about the effects of global warming. Okay, now let's move to see another word. Jockey. Jockey. Jockey is a noun. Actually, it is very clear. The picture can show us someone or some people who are riding horses. So a person who rides horses or whose job is to ride horses is called a jockey. That's why if I ask you, how many jockeys can you see in the picture? Then you can say 4 jockeys. Now let's see the definition and then we shall move to the example. A person whose job is riding horses in races. A jockey may ride as many as 12 or 14 races a day. Now let's move to another new word. Accolade. Accolade. Accolade is also a noun. Now, what do you see in the picture? The picture, as you see, show us some awards. When people do something excellent or win a competition, they are normally awarded and they are given accolades. So accolades like those, like cups, medals, or certificate of honor or certificate of appreciation. So what do I mean by the word accolade? An award or privilege granted as a special honor for a merit. He receives many accolades for his artistic talent. Let's see another word. Well, that's an easy one. Medalist. Medalist. A medalist is a noun, and the picture can tell us that it refers to someone who wins a medal. That's why we see him carrying a medal. We say he is a medalist. Now let's see the example. Kuwaiti shooter Fahd al-Dihani, an Olympic bronze medalist. Or, this is the definition, he is a medal winner. Let's have a look on another word. Tour. Tour. Tour is a verb. Now, in the picture, you can see different views and different cities and countries. When people leave their home country to visit another country, they are tourists. And tourists like to tour the important places or the tourist places in the countries they visit. So when we tour, it means we visit important historical or even tourist places in other country. Now, what do I mean by the verb tour? To visit several parts of a country or region. Tourists like to tour the town to see its historical places. Let's move to see another word. Attire. Attire. Attire is a noun. Now, the picture can tell us that it's a kind of clothes, but we cannot say it's generally clothes. It refers to particular type of clothes. Now, let's see what is the definition. Clothes, especially of a particular or formal type. I don't think jeans are appropriate attire for a formal reception. Let's move to another new word. Electrochemical. Electrochemical. This kind of words are called, in English, they are called blend. I have one word that refers to two things at the same time. Actually, it is an adjective and describes two things, electricity and chemicals, but it refers to the process of generating electricity by having chemical reaction. Now let's see. Relating to chemical reaction brought about by electricity. Electricity is produced by electrochemical reaction. Okay? Now, this word is also an easy one. Audience. Audience. The word audience is a noun. Now, what can you see in the picture? Yes, those people are viewers, good listeners, watchers, and they are watching a performance. They can be found in cinemas, in theaters, or while there is a play. So what can you see in the picture? That the audience here are clapping or cheering. So what do I mean by audience? A group of listeners at a public event, such as a play, movie, concert, or meeting. Let's move to another one. This one is quite clear. Non-invasive. Non-invasive. The word non-invasive is an adjective, so it describes something or someone. Now, what can you see in the picture? It's a picture of someone who has marks or scars on his face. They want to treat him, but without using any surgical tools. They do not use any surgical instrument. They are using a new method that is called non-invasive. Now let's see the definition. Not requiring the use of an instrument into the body. Doctors treat the cancer with non-invasive surgery. Now, one last word, randomly. Randomly. Randomly is an adverb. And as you know, an adverb normally modifies a verb or adjective or even adverb. Now, the word randomly means that it is something that is decided or chosen by not thinking consciously, or it just happens without thinking or without logical thinking. Now, let's see. Made, done, or chosen without method or conscious decision. Let's have examples. The books were randomly arranged on the shelves. Now, this means that the books were just arranged. They do not follow a certain order. They were randomly arranged. You can't take important decisions randomly. You need to think before you decide. Okay, so now we have explained the most important active words presented in Unit 12. Let's have some exercises to see how we could understand or how we could answer the two different types of exercises relating to the vocabulary items. The first one is multiple choice exercises. In this exercise, you are given 4 options A, B, C, and D, and then you are required or asked to choose the correct one. Let's see how we understand the meanings of the new words. Okay, her telephone number differs from mine by 1, and then we have a space. Okay, it's very important to answer, when you answer this question, to think, to read and think. First, you read the sentence from the very beginning till the end, and also you have to think about the words, because words can help us to know the missing words. So we have the word here, the word number. Let's see the options. Digit, genius, deputy, and reactor. So here the number differs only in one digit. Excellent, that's good. We are talking about numbers, so the right choice is normally here digit. Let's move to another one. The organization would provide a where problems could be discussed. Then we have here words like discussed. Now, what is it where we can discuss things at? Let's see. Forum, sewage, sponsor, Virtuoso. So if we are talking about discussion, this means that it is forum. Let's move to another one. The British football begins in August and ends in May. So when something starts in a certain month and then ends in another month, this means that we are talking about what? About nomination, medalist, season, or PhD. Actually, the right answer is excellent. Yes, it is season. The manager will award an to the best employee. So we have here the word award, which is given to someone who is excellent, and the best employee. So what should be given to the best employee? Prodigy, high living, researcher, accolade. Yes, think about that. Yes, it is accolade. He was gaining a reputation as a remarkable. So when I say reputation, it means someone who is famous for something, a special skill or a special ability. So for having an excellent genetics, virtuoso, bladder, eternity. So the right answer is virtuoso. Excellent. Again, he tried to, the claim that he had tried to deceive them. Now we have the word deceive. The word deceive here means that someone does not agree or does not accept something. Let's see. Remember, acquire, agonize, repudiate, execute. Now the word or the correct answer is repudiate. Ideas are concepts that cannot be illustrated through real examples. So it's something that we cannot touch. It's something that is not concrete, something that we cannot see. What is it? Precocious, abstract, electrochemical, aligned. So the right answer is, very good, abstract. Abstract, it's something that is not touchable. All right. Ultrasound and X-rays are two medical procedures. All right. So when I say X-ray and ultrasound, we do not use, or doctors do not use any surgical tools here into the body. So the right answer is, or let's first read the options, unprecedented, molecular, outstanding, non-invasive. So the right answer is, yes, very good. Now you remember, the right answer is non-invasive. All right, now we have another type of exercises, which is about how to choose the right word from a list. You're going to fill in the spaces. Now let's see. Fill in the spaces with the suitable words from the list below. Now these are the words. We're going to read sentences and fill in the spaces with the correct choice. It took him a long time to the skills he needed to become a professional artist. Now, if someone wants to be a professional artist, what is the right word to be chosen here? Acquire. Good. Now let's see another example. The coach had taken a group of players and built a superb team. A superb team means excellent people, people who are very skillful. So how do we describe them? We can say that the right choice is gifted. Let's see another example. The police took an step of publishing the victim's photograph. It hadn't happened before. So the word hadn't happened before means that my choice should refer to something that means something that haven't happened before. Now, unprecedented. Excellent. Now we have come to the end of our program for today. We have talked about Unit 12. We introduced the meanings of the new words, and we could also answer some exercises about our understanding to the meanings of these words. Till we meet again, I wish you the best of luck. Thank you and goodbye.